Hi there, welcome to another pick a card reading. Today we are going to do the mermaid spread, which I created myself. If you haven't seen the update so far, I have recently come out with my own oracle deck, which is sea related. So it basically features characters, weather, marine life, objects, everything related to the sea from like historical times to present day, and some of the cards do have similar meanings, but the context is very different. So it gives you very precise answers to what you need to know. Okay, it does include a guidebook. Okay, so I wanted to do a mermaid spread with these cards. There is 101 cards in this deck. Okay, and I have spent hours and months creating them, which I'm very proud of. If you want to get them, the link will be in the description box below. I also do personal readings. You can also join my memberships. So today you're going to choose between one of these three objects. You can choose more than one, as the messages might connect for you. So if you have a hard time choosing and you're all over the place, which does happen because you might need more time or to sort of silence your mind for a while, the best practice to do here is to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and while you still have your eyes closed and you're breathing slowly and deeply, ask yourself what object has the right message for you. Feel the weight of those words, ask your higher self, and then take another deep breath, open your eyes, and wherever your eyes gravitated to, whichever object pulls at you the most, that is your message. If you can't still choose between two of them or three, it's possible that those do carry a message for you as well. So watch more than one if that's what you're being called to. You can find the timestamps in the description box below. Just click on the time of the group that you selected and it will take you to your reading. So I will see you there. Hello group 1, welcome to your reading. So we are going to do the mermaid. The mermaid spread. Okay, I don't have much space here, but okay, so let us see what's on the surface or currently occupying your mind or conscious awareness. So what's in your head basically? We got the key. Okay. So you guys are looking for answers. Okay. You're trying to unlock something or find something, either clarity, revelation, a solution. You're trying to look for some sort of insight. Okay, so that is at the top of your mind, insight. It's like you're trying to find some sort of answer. So at the heart of the matter here, we have the sea monster. So it seems that the core of whatever it is you're going through currently is, it could be karmic. So it could be something that you're going through because of a lesson you need to learn, or something that you're now facing the consequence of, right? It could be that. And even if it isn't something that you have done, this could be something that stems from your family line that now you are facing. Okay, so it's like you're trying to find an answer to the heart of this issue, right? And if this is a karmic cycle from your generations, you need to cleanse or do ancestral healing. Now, this could look different ways for different people. It also depends on maybe what the issue is. The best way you can figure out the issue is by seeing the patterns, right? So if you've seen something that your family line keeps facing, it could be financial struggle, it could be abuse, it could be addictions, or there's a list of different categories that this karma may come from. It could be even more than one. It doesn't have to be just one, right? So it could be something like lighting a candle, and you could either say a prayer or talk to your ancestors while looking at that flame, right? Trying to connect to them, like as if that flame is a beacon, right? And they can hear you. And talk to them and maybe forgive them for whatever sins they may have committed. And I don't mean sins in like just a religious form, but just like moral, right? Like moral sins that they may have committed in order to maybe get ahead in life, or maybe because of pressure from others, or maybe it was just the times of how people have lived, for survival, or for power, or for fame, or for whatever, right? Financial situations, whatever it may be. Forgive them and try to understand that you may not know the reasons why they may have done this, but forgive them for the sake of your future line, of yourself, of your family, of your future children, or their children, or whatever it is, in order for your ancestors to be at peace. Because remember that it's not the spirit that does these things, right? The spirit is eternal. It's that human brain. And we don't leave this planet with that human brain. We do feel guilt afterwards for whatever it is we have done. So it's not, you shouldn't be blaming them. You should be blaming that human experience, right? And you should understand that maybe in some other life they were the victims, and then in that life that they have lived within your family line, they had to understand what it's like to also be the oppressors, right? So have some understanding that we play different roles in different lifetimes, and that in order to heal your line, you need to accept, not in the sense that it's okay what they done, but just accept that things were how they were. You can't change it. And just forgive them so that they can move on and that you can heal your own line. Okay, so healing through candles and prayers and, talking to them could look like that. You can also do deep meditations, visualizations. There's just many different ways to go, but you have to truly believe in what you're doing. You can't just say the words and things will go perfectly for you. Okay, you have to take the time to truly go into this in full belief. Okay, now what is the root here? So this is what basically lies beneath all of this. This card is where we dive deeper. So this is basically past wounds that affect your current path, ancestral patterns, and things like that. And wow, we got the Hanging card. So karma, consequence, responsibility, integrity, justice, energy return. Yeah, so this is this sea monster card. This is something huge because of karma. So your ancestral line, they may have done really bad things, or they may be feeling very guilty for what they have done, and this has been passed on to you, these problems and struggles, because it's your duty to find that solution in order to heal this line. Okay, so you have been selected, congratulations, to actually heal whatever this burden is that your ancestral line is feeling. Okay, so yes, they are the ones who have done something wrong, hence the Hanging card, because back in the day pirates would be hung, right, for disobeying the law, for whatever, pillaging and stealing and killing and, going against the government and things like that. Okay, and even people that were associated with them. So even if people aren't doing those things, but maybe they're either helping them out or hiding them so that the authority doesn't find them, or even just engaging in conversation with them, they may even have been faced with a hanging, and things like that. So, or imprisonment, whatever. But the Hanging card here does represent consequences. So they have done wrong. It doesn't matter what race you are. They have done wrong. And they're feeling the effects of it. You are feeling the effects of it because this hasn't been healed yet. They may feel sad and they may feel regret for what they may have done to other people, how maybe they have handled certain situations, and even the chain reaction they may have triggered, where they may not have directly been associated with a problem, but through a chain reaction that they have started might have caused other people heartbreak or some sort of struggle in their own life. So the solution you are trying to seek of how to better deal with something in your life, it stems from your ancestral line. So the solution is healing that line in order to heal your present day and to make sure that your children or your future children, if you don't have any children, that they don't have to deal with this struggle and burden. Okay? So the next card here in the fin section, because this is the mermaid's body, right? We have the fins on the sides here. This card here is about what you need to let go of, what you need to release and swim away from. Okay, so here we have, wow, okay, you got the sun, which usually represents joy, success, growth, positivity, radiance, and yes. Now this could be, because technically the sun card is a positive card and we don't want to let go of that, but it's possible that you need to let go of toxic positivity. So pretending that everything is fine, and even upholding some sort of reputation and not willing to face the reality of the situation that you're in, because you want to create this atmosphere or this, what do they call it? Aesthetic that is pleasing to the eye, or a reputation where you have things all figured out and everything is perfect in your family, things are all put together. That is just a persona, that is just a mask you're wearing, okay? And you need to let go of that toxic positivity, because you're burning yourself even further. You're flying too close to the sun and you're burning yourself. You are creating even more burdens that you and your future generation will face. You need to face the reality here, okay? So what do you need to swim towards or focus on more, embrace? Wow, interesting. Shipwreck, breakdown, rock bottom, renewal, truth, rebuilding. So you need to face the reality of the situation. You need to look forward to breaking down this old world, this pattern within your generational line and in your own life. You need to break that down. Okay, even though it will look ugly, even though you may lose people in your life because of it. Because the reality here is that people don't like to face the truth. They claim they like honesty, but it's only when it benefits them. True honesty, living in truth, is facing the ugly side of reality. And I'm not saying that you have to be brutal to the sense of like destroying someone else or hurting someone's feelings. No, you can be kind and honest at the same time, right? It's how you phrase things. It's the tone of your voice. You can be kind while trying to tell someone the truth. But just facing that truth, understanding that you will lose people because of it, because people don't want to face it. But the thing is, it's the best way to get true peace. And those who live in pure truth, meaning that you don't, I'm not saying you have to like tell people your business, but don't lie about it. Just say, I don't want to talk about it, or it's personal, or whatever it is, right? If you don't want to talk about something, but don't lie. The more honest you live, the less you have to fear when you face that, as they say, judgment. The less you have to remember, because when you live in truth, you don't have to remember the stories you told people or who you told what. You just have to be always honest. Okay, it's the most freeing you'll ever be. So no matter how much it breaks things down in your life, you need to face it. Okay, stop with the toxic positivity, because you're going nowhere with it. Okay, so if you're looking for that key and that solution, this is it. This is how you get it. Okay, facing the truth, healing your ancestral line, looking at the patterns, what is that thing that is consistent throughout your family line that most people have struggled with, and start healing that. Take it one day at a time. Maybe take a pen and paper. Okay, don't do this over your phone or the computer. Take a pen and paper and really write down all the struggles you have realized run in your family, and ways you can combat that, ways you can heal, and do these, try to look online, find different ways of how to heal your actual ancestors. Okay? And stick with one thing at a time. Don't do everything at once, okay? Do each thing every day for an entire week, and then next week try something else. Or maybe in the morning do one type of healing, in the afternoon do another, and then at night do a third, right? And be consistent with it every day. Do those types of healing consistently. That way you start getting somewhere, okay? So I wish you guys luck. I hope you heal whatever this is, and I will see you guys next time. Hello group 2, and welcome to your reading. So let us do your mermaid spread here. Okay, so here at the top, okay, this is our mermaid's body here with the fins on the side. At the top here we have the head. So this is what's on the surface, right? What is on your mind, what is occupying your consciousness and things like that. We have the horizon. So new opportunities, future adventure, possibilities, vision, and destiny. So what is occupying your mind currently is the future, right? What is beyond that horizon? So it's more of a question within your mind, right? What might you be looking forward to? You know, considering the shape of the world or what's happening in your life, it makes sense that you're wondering about your future, okay? Most people are. Okay, so with the core body here, we will see what's your emotional core. So this card represents the state you're in, your inner truth, subconscious energy, and things like that. We have the coconut. So effort, nourishment, reward, patience, inner riches, and persistence. So with this group, I feel like, in this card, it's like that belief of working hard to get the reward, right? But I feel like you need to know that it's not just about working hard, it's mainly about working smart, right? Because when you think about a coconut itself, there are different ways of how you can open a coconut, but most people find it very hard, right? You take all these different, you can't cut it with a normal knife. The shell is like really like rock hard, right? But there are techniques that make it easy to open. So it's not about working hard. It's sometimes about having the right tool or having the right technique down. Okay, so it feels like you may be trapped, either mentally or physically, in a state where you believe that you need to go through this because you'll get the reward later, and then you're questioning your own future, maybe at this job or with this situation. It's like, where is this going? Because I'm not seeing the rewards yet. I'm doing all this hard work, but for you, this hard work might not even be necessary. Maybe you're going at it the wrong way. Maybe you could already have opportunities at blessings and rewards, but because you're making things difficult for yourself, you're not seeing them. It's like you're preventing them from entering your life. Okay, so let's find out what the root here is. So this is what lies beneath all of this, okay? So the ancestral patterns, past wounds, anything that is affecting your current path. And you got beach ball, movement, fun, exercise, energy, wellness, and play. So this might be a group that potentially, okay, this might not be everyone, right? It varies, of course, everyone is different. But the first thing that came to mind is that you're spending too much time on being playful and maybe, I don't know, playing video games or something. And then when you have to do the work, maybe you're making things a lot more harder on yourself than they have to be. For others, it feels like the lack of exercise and wellness is making the situation more difficult because you don't have a balance of work and play. And when you're constantly working or trying to solve things or, you know, like putting too much intensity and force in your own mind, you are stressing yourself out that you lack focus, you lack seeing a clear picture and finding a solution, right? So you're doing things harder than they have to be. So movement and fun and exercise is required for those that don't do enough of it, but for those that are constantly playing around, you need to start to get a little more serious if you want to see opportunity in your future. It's like, don't take jobs that are going to leave you drained, right? Go for something that actually caters to your interests. So if you're someone that enjoys playing video games all the time, either look for jobs where you can be like a game tester, where you're testing out new games to see, if there are problems with it, if it makes sense, or, whatever, how they evaluate these things. Or look for, go to courses where you get to create your own games, right? So like maybe, I don't know if programming or something is involved in that. Or maybe stream games online, especially if you, let's say, have a really good, a great personality that entertains people and you're very charismatic and you can, talk about these games for hours. Maybe streaming while playing them is something that you would be great at. So try to figure out ways on basically how to break that metaphorical coconut in a smart way and not have to spend hours on it. Okay? Okay, so now we get to the fins here on the side. So this is on this side here. This is about what you need to let go of, release, leave behind. Okay, and for you, you guys got the anchor. So this is about pause, grounding, stability, stillness, reflection, and readiness. So the anchor here, what you guys need to let go of is being still. So with the beach ball here and the anchor on this side, it's telling you, you guys need to start moving. You're being still for way too long. It's like you're stagnant at this point. You have taken a very long pause. You need to get moving. Okay, because you don't have enough time on this planet. I'm not trying to rush you. Okay, like, take your time, but start moving. Take the steps forward. Even if they're little steps, at least you're moving ahead. Okay, because you have taken too long to just be in a standstill. You paused for way too, like, longer than you should have. Okay? Now on this end here, we have on what you need to look forward to, what you need to work on or focus on, okay? And you guys got whale. Communication, expression, courage, empowerment, and honesty. Okay, so this makes sense now. Because it seems that the reason things may have been hard for you is because maybe you lacked the courage. And that's why you're on a standstill. It's like you're preventing the opportunity to reach you because you have doubts within yourself. But these cards are telling you to express yourself, to be honest, to be courageous, to have that empowerment, because you do have what it takes to get that opportunity that you're looking forward to, or that goal you have. It's like you wouldn't be interested in that if it wasn't for you. The fact that you're interested in it is because it's meant for you, or something about it, something connected to it, right? Because oftentimes we may be interested in something and then we start doing that thing, but then that leads us to this other branch, right? But it all started with that initial dream. So either the thing you want is what is actually meant for you, or it will be connected to something you're actually meant for. But the point is to take those steps. So, group 2, that is all I have for you. I hope this helped you in some way. Remember, you can book a reading with me. It's very simple. It takes like maybe a minute or less to do. All the links and stuff will be in the description box below. And if you're a reader yourself and want to get these cards, the link is also down below. So, I wish you guys luck, and I'll see you next time. And welcome to your reading. So today we are doing the mermaid spread, which is a spread that I created. So let us see what your cards have to say. Okay, so here we have our mermaid body here in the center with the fins on the side here. Now, so the first card up here is what is in your head, right? So this is what's currently occupying your mind. Okay, so here we have sea turtle. So patience, peace, flow, trust, inner calm. So your mind seems to be either this is something you want, right, in your mind, or you already have it, you're already there, right? So peacefulness, flowing energy, trust, inner calm. Okay, so the next here we have is the heart of the matter. So this is the emotional core. So this is the anchor. So being anchored in, pausing, grounding, stability, stillness, reflection, readiness. So it seems like this group is a lot more content in some way. Okay, so this is the depth, the root. Now this could be hidden influences, ancestral patterns, past wounds, anything that might be affecting you currently. We got the, is it the boy? Boy? We got sign, alert, guidance, awareness, caution, insight. Okay, so this feels like the reason you may be going slow and at an easy pace is because you're cautious about something, right? Perhaps you have been burned before and now you want to, tread a little more cautiously, which is a good idea. So with the fins here, on this side we have what you need to release or let go of. Okay? You got the sword fight, conflict, defense, strategy, inner struggle, clarity. So this could be, I imagine, about some sort of relationship or partnership, whether it's co-workers, friends, family, relationship, like romantic stuff. It seems like it's telling you that you need to let go either of the actual fight itself, of this disagreement, whatever it is, like you need to let go of this. Maybe this is just too petty. Because with the swords, right, in tarot, swords are mental energy. So this doesn't even have to be a physical conflict. This could be a mental thing, like this mental conflict either within yourself or with someone else, like a verbal disagreement or something. And it's telling you need to let go of this. This isn't helping you at all. It is only poisoning you. So there's no point of holding on to it. Okay, so on this side here, we have what you need to swim towards, what needs your focus. And you got the shark. Fear, composure, perception, response, and courage. So the shark card is about your reputation as well, right? Because sharks get a bad rep. They're believed to be, you know, attackers, like they'll eat you. But the thing is, when you're creating a lot of bubbles and commotion in the ocean, they think that that's where they can feed, right? Because they think that all these little fishes are creating those bubbles because they can't see through all those, you know, bubbles, like when you're splashing around and things, they don't know what's causing it. And to them, it looks like there's this huge batch of like fishes. So that's why they come to feast. But many sharks don't actually like the taste of human meat. So when they bite you, it's because they thought there are all these fishes around. The tiger shark, they basically eat anything, and I think there's another one, I can't recall, but not many sharks like human meat, okay? So you have to think about how are people going to perceive you if you're constantly, you know, being in the drama. You don't need that in your life, okay? You have to be more courageous. You have to, yes, you have to be calm and grounded. Of course, be cautious. But now you have to swim towards of building yourself up, okay? Of letting go of this drama and high school behavior, because that's not you. It shouldn't be you. You need to be more mature. So group 3, that is all I have for you. If you're interested in these cards and or getting a personal reading, becoming a member, whatever it is, all the links are down in the description box below. I hope you check those out. Any support I truly appreciate, and it means the world to me. So I will see you guys next time.